Welcome back, Math 2. Today we are going to discuss multiplying more polynomials other than just a monomial times a polynomial, but polynomial times polynomial. Okay, so there's actually two different ways I'm going to show you how to do this because it really just depends on how organized and clean you want all of your work to look. So the first one is the most typical. It's distributing, or a lot of people refer to it as FOIL, which stands for first, outside, inside, last. So basically how it works is if I have a binomial times another polynomial or something, I would need to multiply A times everything in both parentheses, and then I would also need to multiply B times everything in both parentheses. So I'd end up with A times C plus A times D plus B times C plus B times D. Okay. Now another method that will now that's not terrible, but then you would still also have to combine like terms, and that could get confusing. So another method I want to show you would be that if you had A plus B times C plus D, this I'm going to call the box method. And it will be totally your preference which method you want to use. But basically I would say, okay, if I have A plus B times C plus D, I'm going to turn this into a box. So I need a 2 by 2 box because this is a binomial times another binomial. So I'm going to make my box. And I'm going to put one binomial at the top with A and a positive B, and then one on the side with C and a positive D. And then this is kind of like a Punnett square like you would have learned about in biology, where I'm just going to multiply together. So in this first top left box, I'm going to take A times C and get AC. Hold on, sorry. And then I will take B times C here, A times D, and B times D. And this helps you kind of separate everything, and then it's a little easier to find like terms when we get there. Now, I can't really, with A, B, C, and D, tell which ones are like terms and which ones aren't. So again, we would have AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. It's just a different method to get the exact same answer. Okay, so let's do a couple practice problems because I think just trying it is going to be best. So let's have 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 7. Okay, I will do this one with the FOIL method, and then I will do the next one with the box method so that you can kind of pick from there. Okay, so FOIL means that I'm going to take 3x and I'm going to multiply it by 2x. So 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. And then I'm also going to take 3x times negative 7. So 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. And I need to include that x. And then I'm going to take 1 and do the same thing. I'm going to multiply it by 2x, which is 2x. And then I'm going to multiply it by negative 7, which is negative 7. From here, there are some like terms that I need to combine. I have two numbers with just x. So negative 21 plus 2 makes negative 19. So I end up with 6x squared minus 19x minus 7. Okay. So let's try a similar one, but with the box method, so you can kind of pick. Because when there's only 4 pieces, that's not really that bad. But if we started multiplying bigger stuff, it could get messy quickly. So let's say I had n squared plus 2n minus 5 times 4n plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to do a box method for this one. So in my first one, I have a trinomial, or 3, and in my second one, I have 2. So I need a 3 by 2 box. I'm just making it really big so I can fit all of my stuff. And I'm going to put the pieces at the top and the side. So I'll have n squared, 2n, and negative 5. And then I'll have 4n and a positive 3. Okay. And now I'm going to multiply inside the boxes. So 4n times n squared will make 4n to the third. 4n times 2n will make 8n squared. And 4n times negative 5 will be negative 20n. Now I'm going to do the bottom row. 3 times n squared, 3n squared. 6n and negative 15. Okay. All right, so instead of writing out a line with 6 different terms here, they're all contained in this little box, and it's a little easier to find what things are going to combine. So for example, I have 2 different n squareds, and I have 2 different n's. Okay. If your problem is written in standard form, your like terms will always combine diagonally like this. Okay, so my first term is going to be this, the 4n cubed. 3 plus 8 makes 11n squared. 6 minus 20 makes negative 14n. And then I have negative 15. Okay. We're going to do one more problem. And actually, I'm just going to start it for you, and then I'm going to let you guys try to finish it. Okay. Sometimes you will see problems written like this. Let's say I had 2x minus 3 altogether squared. Okay. Remember, this does not mean that we distribute that exponent of 2 because there's subtraction inside. What it really means is 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. Okay. So I want you guys to go ahead and solve. You can use either the FOIL method or the box method. I want you to choose and try to solve it, and then we will go over that problem tomorrow.